I've heard it said often that labor is harder than running a marathon. When you think about running a marathon, what do you visualize? Do you visualize this person that's running the marathon talking on the phone, visiting with their neighbor, maybe in the beginning, but probably not for all, 30 miles or whatever, however long a marathon is. Um, that is very similar to how labor is. The beginning, early stages of labor are often very exciting. There's a big rush of endorphins and adrenaline and just excitement at finally, after 9 months of growing this baby, finally meeting that baby. And it feels like you're just finally right on the edge of meeting that baby, and it can be really exciting. There's might be a lot of chatter. The woman who's in labor may want to watch a movie, may want to snuggle. All of that might happen in early labor. Once you get into active labor, and once you get into about the middle of running that marathon, you see a very clear switch in the laboring mother. She's ready to focus, and she needs to focus. I've found that in the women that I work with as a doula, focus and being present with their partner is so important to the success of their labor and their delivery, because it takes so much out of you. It takes so much out of your mind, your body, your spirit, and being able to focus can be critical to the success and the overall feeling of that labor. One thing that I wanted to touch on is how to minimize distractions during labor, especially obviously the laboring woman isn't going to be minimizing distractions. That's not her responsibility. But as the partner of the laboring woman, you need to be aware that having minimal distractions is going to help her get through each contraction that much better. It's going to help her feel it more in control, and it's going to help her feel like this is something that she can do and this is something that she can handle, which is definitely a feeling. I mean, that's a very clear feeling that a lot of women have while they're in labor, is that they just can't. It's just too hard. It's too hard. They can't do it. They're never going to be able to get to that point where they get to meet their baby. And labor can be very long and very stressful. So minimizing distractions can be a huge deal for success and for focus. This would include dimming the lights. Most hospitals and birth centers have light dimmers now. So dimming the lights, clearing out, any beeping machines. I'm sorry, I should rephrase that. Not clearing them out, but, turning down the noise, maybe even turning the machine away from the mother if she seems really distracted by that. By watching her contractions or listening to the baby's heartbeat. A lot of women enjoy listening to the heartbeat, and it gives them something to focus on. So that could be, that could go either way, but just, focusing on the woman's needs and going from there. So another thing you can do is any type of visualization with her, something that we can practice during classes, coming up with kind of a script of focus on this, focus on relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your forehead. All of those different options will help her to feel more in control as well. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is matching the mother's mood. If you are watching a marathon, you see the runners, running, and everybody's cheering them on for the first couple miles. And then after a while, things become much more introspective. The runners become more introspective. They're more focused on what they're doing. There's a lot less fanfare. And that's the same kind of thing with a laboring mother. We need to be aware of her feelings and aware of the things that her body is going through and be able to match her mood. This would include not talking on the phone loudly, not having, the ball game on if that's something that could potentially bother her. If she's laughing, you can laugh, but otherwise probably not joking around and, making jokes about different things. If she's serious, be in that moment with her and be able to focus with her to get her through those contractions. Basically, watching her and any feelings or emotions that she's having, be there with her. Walk through this laboring journey side by side rather than here and here. Um, help her to know that you're there for her and that you're not going to be leaving her, and that you are somebody that she can lean on during this time, and help her to be able to get into that space that she can focus and feel successful during this labor.